felt the cold wind biting through my sweater. The planks remember where we stood that summer, pretending that this life could not grow dimmer. We watched the water pull back from the shore, and you promised me forever, nothing more. The promise feels like dust between my fingers, just one more phantom pain that only lingers. And every side of the ocean is a scream of hurt I can't release. I'm anchored down here praying for some peace. I picture us laughing, careless and so free, and the contrast is what's killing me. We stood right here, just below the moon's pale glow. Now it's a photograph I can't let go. The beautiful is tainted, sharp and cruel. I was your fire, but now I'm just your fuel. I see the shape you made against the rail, how your silhouette caught the moonlight, soft and frail. You leaned close and whispered something low, and the stars seemed to agree we wouldn't go. If memory were a physical thing, I'd throw it, shatter every perfect moment, I just show it to my tired mind. When darkness starts to creep, the painful truth I hide beneath my sleep. And every side of the ocean is a scream of hurt I can't release. I'm anchored down here praying for some peace. I picture us laughing, careless and so free, and the contrast is what's killing me. We stood right here, just below the moon's pale glow. Now it's a photograph I can't let go. The beautiful is tainted, sharp and cruel. I was your fire, but now I'm just your fuel. I need to tear this page out of my history, erase the ending, steal the mystery. But every time the air turns still and deep, I hear the broken promises you couldn't keep. I'm standing where we stood, the wind is crying, and a part of me believes that I am dying. And every side of the ocean is a scream of hurt I can't release. I'm anchored down here praying for some peace. I picture us laughing, careless and so free, and the contrast is what's killing me. We stood right here, just below the moon's pale glow. Now it's a photograph I can't let go. The beautiful is tainted, sharp and cruel. I was your fire, but now I'm just your fuel. Just below the moon, just a memory. I used to count the streetlights as they flickered, hoping that my loneliness got quicker. Now I just count the lies you left behind, tangled up inside my aching mind. The scent of your deception fills the air, a heavy fog that makes it hard to bear. The room is quiet, but my thoughts are loud, drowning out the silence in this shroud. And every beat my bruised heart makes is a scream of hurt and furious rage. You tore the bind and ripped out every page. I should've missed the man who broke the vow, but missing you and hating you are one thing now. I'll pay the cost of loving you with all my time. You made devotion look like a cheap crown when the night settles in, dark and absolute. worse than any goodbye. It's knowing that you let a good thing die. Like a cheap crown when the night settles in, dark and absolute. The love is gone, but the resentment bears the fruit. I wanna stand and shatter every window pane to wash away the memory in the cold hard rain. This silent fury, slow consuming fire, burning down the ghost of my desire. I should be free, but I am just his captive still. Bound by the sheer force of broken will. And every beat my bruised heart makes is a scream of hurt and furious rage. You tore the binding, ripped out every page. I should've missed the man who broke the vow, but missing you and hating you are one thing now. I paid the cost of loving you with all my time. You made devotion look like a cheap crime when the night settles in, dark and absolute. The love is gone, but the resentment bears the fruit. The cost I lost. The world shuts down, the street lights bloom, and suddenly I'm trapped inside this room. It's quiet now, silence sharp and deep, a hollow I can't fill with any sleep. I trace the lines along this tired floor and wonder what I'm waiting for. I keep the blinds shut tight against the sky because I don't want the stars to see me cry. And every breath I take is a scream of hurt I swallow whole. This ache is living deep inside my soul. My heart is shattered glass against the floor. And I miss you, God, I miss you even more. When the night comes down, the moon is stuck in white. The silence has your name tonight. It whispers promises I know won't keep, and drags me down into the darkest deep. I reach across the covers just spiral and feel the burning lump rise in my throat. This side of the mattress still dips a bit from all the times you used to rest on it. I try to think of anything but you, but every color fades to shades of blue. I cling to fragments of your worn out shirt. It only amplifies the screaming hurt. Press my fists against my mouth to hide the sound. I'm breaking on this consecrated ground. If you could feel this weight, this crushing pain, would you ever walk back through the driving rain? I'm begging for the sun to come and save me, but hours stretch ahead, they only enslave me. And every breath I take is a scream of hurt I swallow. Hold this ache is living deep inside my soul. My heart is shattered glass against the floor. And I miss you, God, I miss you even more. When the night comes down, the moon is stark and white. The silence has your name tonight. It whispers promises I know won't keep, and drags me down into the darkest deep. Just your name in the silence. I try to rearrange the furniture today to scare your memory and chase it far away. I bought new paint, a quiet shade of gray, hoping that this color would make you stay. Out of my thoughts, out of my sleeping hours, but every corner holds the scent of ours. I swear I hear your footsteps in the hall, right before I feel the sudden fall. And every breath I take in here is a scream of hurt for what is gone. I keep pretending that I'm moving on. I walk the floors like I'm in quicksand slow, because the silence has nowhere left to go. I need a window to be shattered, just a little crack, to let the promise of you coming back escape the suffocating atmosphere. This room is far too much forgotten air. I threw away the sweater that you left, a small defiant act to hide the theft of all the simple joy you took from me. But freedom is a thing I cannot see. I took your picture down from the refrigerator, but I see your face in every glass of water. I cleanse the space, but the ghost is in the wall. He's standing close and watching me recall. And every breath I take in here is a scream of hurt for what is gone. I keep pretending that I'm moving on. I walk the floors like I'm in quicksand slow, because the silence has nowhere left to go. I need a window to be shattered, just a little crack, to let the promise of you coming back escape the suffocating atmosphere. This room is far too much forgotten air. I tell myself I'm strong, I tell myself I'm free. I repeat it over, a silent decree. But then the light goes out and I remember us, and all my strength dissolves into disgust for the woman who still yearns for the familiar, even though the cure is the one who kills her. And every breath I take in here, a scream of hurt for what is gone. I keep pretending that I'm moving bite down hard on my own lip, just to feel something real. Anything that pushes back against the way this wound won't heal. It's 4 a.m., the darkest hour, when the fight is hard to find, and the careful composition of my strength unravels in my mind. I put a hand against the wall, feel solid and secure, but inside my chest the foundations are collapsing, that's for sure. I'm walking the perimeter of every single room, trying to trap the memory inside this heavy gloom. And I wanna let the raw sound out, tear the plaster from the beam, a tidal wave, a failure, a devastating high-pitched scream. But the air's too thin for that kind of noise the neighbors might just hear. So I press my face into the pillow, and the scream is trapped right here. It's a quiet burn inside my bones, a white hot, furious ache for the promises we shattered and the future we let break. I am the only witness to this violence in my soul, trying to look like half a person when I've lost my only hope. I found your favorite coffee mug, sitting dusty on the shelf, and the simple sight of ceramic made me hate myself. Hate myself for letting go, for not fighting hard enough, for believing that our sturdy love could handle being rough. I hold it in my hands now, cold porcelain and pain, and every little whisper of your name feels like acid rain. I smash it down in my imagination, watch the pieces fly and spread, a dramatic loud destruction that I can't release instead. And I wanna let the raw sound out, tear the plaster from the beam, a tidal wave, a failure, a devastating high-pitched scream. But the air's too thin for that kind of noise the neighbors might just hear. So I press my face into the pillow, and the scream is trapped right here. It's a quiet burn inside my bones, a white hot, furious ache for the promises we shattered and the future we let break. I am the only witness to this violence in my soul, trying to like half a person when I've lost my only hope. My silence is a weapon pointing inward at my core, because if I start to speak the truth I won't stop anymore. The hurt is like a pressure building, keyboard fracture for act, sharp elements pushing against the thin veneer of my false common sense. I need to crack the window just to let the pressure out, before this caged unspoken grief leaves nothing left but doubt. And I wanna let the raw sound out, tear the plaster from the beam, a tidal wave of failure, a devastating high-pitched scream. But the air's too thin for the kind of noise the neighbors might just hear. So I press my face into the pillow, and the scream is trapped right here. It's a quiet burn inside my bones, a white hot, furious ache for the promises we shattered and the future we let break. I am the only witness to this violence in my soul, trying to look like half a person when I've lost my only hope. Heavy rain, ragged breathe, the sound is gone, but the hurt remains, just a quiet burn until morning. The world outside is moving, I can hear the cars fly past, but time for me is broken, built to never last. I'm stuck within this frame, this single night forever, where every thought of your face splits me right in two. I pull the sheets up higher, trying to disappear, to melt into the cotton and escape this fear. I look up at the ceiling, past and plain and wide, and wonder where in space a person goes to hide. And every second stretching out is a scream of hurt that has no end. I cannot break, I cannot learn to bend. The void beneath my feet is pulling me. The emptiness is infinite, you see. I wish the darkness would just swallow me whole, erase the memory of having a soul. I miss the safety that your presence used to bring. Now all that's left is this raw, awful thing. I close my eyes and try to find the dark, the kind of deep black where there is no mark. But even in the blackness, your light still burns, a cruel reminder of a love that turns to ash and brittle sorrow in my hand, a landscape I don't know and can't withstand. I whisper words you taught me, soft and low, just to remember how your voice would flow. And every second stretching out is a scream of hurt that has no end. I cannot break, I cannot learn to bend. I cannot break, I cannot learn to bend. The void beneath my feet is pulling me. The emptiness is infinite, you see. I wish the darkness would just swallow me whole, erase the memory of having a soul. I miss the safety that your presence used to bring. Now all that's left is this raw, awful thing. My lungs are full of silence, heavy as a stone. I'd trade all future mornings just to not be this alone. There is no remedy for this kind of separation, just a vast and hollow, endless desolation. I pray for nothingness, a final sweet release, a total break from this pathetic lease. And every second stretching out is a scream of hurt that has no end. I cannot break, I cannot learn to bend. I cannot break, I cannot learn to bend. The void beneath my feet is pulling me. The emptiness is infinite, you see. I wish the darkness would just swallow me whole, erase the memory of having a soul. I miss the safety that your presence used to bring. Now all that's left is this raw, awful thing. Infinite, just infinite. I sleep beneath a mountain of thick blankets, hoping that the weight can replicate the pressure of your arm across my side. The place where I felt safe enough to hide is futile, though the cold seeps through the thread. An icy phantom chilling out the bed. I pull the pillow close to steal your heat. pitiful, predictable retreat. And every shiver down my spine is a scream of hurt I can't warm up. I am draining sadness from a bitter cup. My skin is screaming for the way you held me tight. Lost to the cruel indifference of the night. This aching void is more than just absence, it's a freeze. The coldest kind of memory brings me to my knees. I'm desperate for the fire that your body gave. Now I just breathe in silence, hoping it will save. I remember how the pulse beneath your wrist would beat right next to mine, a silent tryst. The perfect fit, the curve of my own neck, designed exactly where your chin would check. I lie here still and try to feel that press, to conjure up a moment of caress. But the air is thin, the air is sharp and new, and nothing in this room feels meant for two. And every shiver down my spine is a scream of hurt I can't warm up. I am draining sadness from a bitter cup. My skin is screaming for the way you held me tight. Lost to the cruel indifference of the night. This aching void is more than just absence, it's a freeze. The coldest kind of memory brings me to my knees. I'm desperate for the fire that your body gave. Now I just breathe in silence, hoping it will save. I reach out slow and feel the linen fold, a perfect square of empty, brittle cold. This loneliness is physical, a bruise, the weight I constantly refuse to lose. I'm curled into myself, a wounded thing, waiting for the dawn that won't ever bring relief. And every shiver down my spine is a scream of hurt I can't warm up. I am draining sadness from a bitter cup. My skin is screaming for the way you held me tight. Lost to the cruel indifference of the night. This aching void is more than just absence, it's a freeze. The coldest kind of memory brings me to my knees. I'm desperate for the fire that your body gave. Now I just breathe in silence, hoping it will save. So cold, so alone. I used to dread the nights for what they took, the sanity I lost in every look, backwards at the life we left behind. But now I fear the things I start to find, the little spaces where your face is blurred, the silence where your favorite simple word used to reside, a comfort quick and near. The pain is dulling and that brings a new kind of fear. And every second I don't cry is a scream of hurt at my own defense. I'm losing grip on the consequence. If the wound finally scabs and the bleeding slows its pace, will the missing be erased without a trace? I'm holding on to heartache like a final thread, because letting go means you are truly dead. Inside my memory, fading fast in the light. I'm terrified of living if it means losing the fight. I caught myself laughing with a friend today, a genuine bright sound that startled my dismay. And for a moment I forgot the ache, then guilt descended. For goodness gracious sake, how dare I find a shred of simple grace when you no longer occupy this space. I search for your specific tone of voice, but memory gives me no clear that form of light. I want the sharp pain back, the burning sting. Anything to prove that you were still everything. To forget is worse than any kind of sorrow. It means there is no ghost to greet tomorrow. And every second I don't cry is a scream of hurt at my own defense. I'm losing grip on the consequence. If the wound finally scabs and the bleeding slows its pace, will the missing be erased without a trace? I'm holding on to heartache like a final thread, because letting go means you are truly dead. Inside my memory, fading fast in the don't fade. We used to lie, tracing figures in the light. The shadows on the ceiling, perfect, sharp and bright. They twisted into stories you would tell to me, of forever and of what we'd someday be. I close my eyes and try to find that quiet place, the safety in the contour of your face. I thought those memories were gold to keep and spend. I didn't know they were the things that would have meant. And every perfect picture flashing is a scream of hurt, a cruel cold sting. The joy we shared is a poisonous thing. I see a shadow on the ceiling, still in deep, a phantom promise that I cannot keep. Why must the night replay the best parts of the show? The sweet becomes the bitter, heavy overflow. The perfect past is now my present devastation, a beautiful torment, a haunting culmination. The way you used to hum a tune against my hair, the whispered words we swore we wouldn't share. I hold them close, but holding only cuts, because that man is gone and this man shuts me out in darkness, where the air is thin. I'm paying for the happiness we used to live within. I wish I could forget the way it felt so good to break the memory as a desperate act. I should. And every perfect picture flashing is a scream of hurt, a cruel cold sting. The joy we shared is a poisonous thing. I see a shadow on the ceiling, still in deep, a phantom promise that I cannot keep. Why must the night replay the best parts of the show? The sweet becomes the bitter, heavy overflow. The perfect past is now my present devastation, a beautiful torment, a haunting culmination. I press my hands against my ears to stop the sound of laughter that will never here be found. If I could choose, I'd rather have the void than constantly be tortured by the joys that made the landing so much further down. I used to wear your love, now I just wear a frown. And every perfect picture flashing is a scream of hurt, a cruel cold sting. The joy we shared is a poisonous thing. I I see a shadow on the ceiling, still and deep. A phantom promise that I cannot keep. Why must the night replay the best parts of the show? The sweet becomes the bitter, heavy overflow. The perfect past is now my present devastation. A beautiful torment, haunting Corin Bison. The shadow, just a shadow. If I packed a bag right now, just keys and one old photograph, could I outrun the grief that haunts this path? I drive until the coastline disappears, leaving every yesterday and all my lonely tears. I'd find a town where they don't know my name, a place where sorrow isn't part of the game. I'm so tired of the way this pillow feels, the hollow space that never truly heals. And every mile I don't drive is a scream of hurt held in my chest. I need a compass pointing to the west to leave this star-crossed, sleepless, heavy life and slice the memory out with a clean knife. I know the running doesn't make the pain retreat, but staying here ensures my own defeat. I'm stuck beneath the moon, dark and severe, wishing distance could make you not be here. Oh, I checked the map for somewhere truly far, where the highway light obscures the guiding star. Maybe in the desert dry and wide, I could let the ache I carry simply hide. But every time I stand up to begin, the weight of what we lost pulls me back in. My feet are heavy, planted to the floor. I can't escape the silence out the door. And every mile I don't drive is a scream of hurt held in my chest. I need a compass pointing to the west to leave this star-crossed, sleepless, heavy life and slice the memory out with a clean knife. I know the running doesn't make the pain retreat, but staying here ensures my own defeat. I'm stuck beneath the moon, dark and severe, wishing distance could make you not be here. It's midnight now, the worst hour of the day. Sanity and hope both slip away. The car keys sit right there upon the counter, but the ghost of you is standing as my counter. He says you're running from yourself, not me. And that's the brutal, cold reality. Every mile I don't drive is a scream of hurt held in my chest. I need a compass pointing to the west to leave this star-crossed, sleepless, heavy life and slice the memory out with a clean knife. I know the running doesn't make the pain retreat, but staying here ensures my own defeat. I'm stuck beneath the moon, dark and severe, wishing distance could make you not be here. Star-crossed, Standing straight and walking the thin line, I kept the conversation light and brief, a careful curated picture of relief. But when the sun dips low and drains the light, the effort of pretending kills my fight. The mask falls off, the makeup streaks and runs, and every battle I avoided is begun. And every weary sigh I breathe is a scream of hurt that's tired and low. There's nothing left for this weary heart to show. The days where you hide, the shadows where you dwell, in this deep night where the day can't heal. I'm too exhausted even just to weep. I simply lie here sinking into the deep. The pain is heavy, final and complete, a weary, quiet acknowledgement of defeat. My body aches from holding back the storm, from keeping every tear-duct dry and warm. Now I allow the muscles to release and find that I am offered no true peace. It's not the sharp hot knife it was before, it's just a dull, incessant, aching sore. I'm giving up the struggle just to cope. I'm letting go of every single hope. And every weary sigh I breathe is a scream of hurt that's tired and low. There's nothing left for this weary heart to show. The days where you hide, the shadows where you dwell, in this deep night where the day can't heal. I'm too exhausted even just to weep. I simply lie here sinking into the deep. The pain is heavy, final and complete, a weary, quiet acknowledgement of defeat. I lie so still I could be made of stone, a monument to someone left alone. I pray the exhaustion wins and pulls me under, away from this relentless silent thunder. I need the morning just to give me back the strength to fight the crushing sadness at great length. And every weary sigh I breathe is a scream of hurt that's tired and low. There's nothing left for this weary heart to show. The days where you hide, the shadows where you dwell, in this deep night where the day can't heal. I'm too exhausted even just to weep. I simply lie here sinking into the deep. The pain is heavy, final and complete, a weary, quiet acknowledgement of defeat. Can't fight, can't feel. The headlights slice the dark against the wall, and every beam reminds me of your call, saying you were close, just pulling up the street. Now every passing car means bitter cold defeat. I hear a neighbor's window slightly ajar, a slow song playing notes that travel far. They sound like all the nights we drove around, before the silence was the only sound. And every trigger I encounter is a scream of hurt that rattles my bones. I hate these sudden unexpected tones, a couple walking slow beneath the yellow lamp. They don't know that their happiness leaves me down, with tears for what was lost and can't return. Every sign of life is one more lesson I must learn. smelled your cologne today in the grocery store line. Just on a stranger, but the effect was mine. A second's breath of perfect, total bliss. Then the sudden terror knowledge of the kiss. I'll never feel the scent that isn't near. The sharp reality that you are no longer here. These little cues are worse than any fight. They ambush me beneath the shroud of night. And every trigger I encounter is a scream of hurt that rattles my bones. I hate these sudden unexpected tones. A couple walking slow beneath the yellow lamp. They don't know that their happiness leaves me damp, with tears for what was lost and can't return. Every sign of life is one more lesson I must learn. The world moves on, indifferent and so bright, while I am trapped here in the last lights. And then I close the blinds and turn the radio to fuzz, trying to block the memory of what was. But the air itself feels charged with what you left, a constant reminder of the heart you theft. There is no corner where your presence fades. My isolation is 1,000 cruel parades. And every trigger I encounter is a scream of hurt that rattles my bones. I hate these sudden unexpected tones. A couple walking slow beneath the yellow lamp. They don't know that their happiness leaves me down, with tears for what was lost and can't return. Every sign of life is one more lesson I must learn. The world moves on, indifferent and so bright, while I am trapped here in the last lights. Lament, last light. The rewind button is broken in my brain, so I just play the errors out again and again. The argument on Tuesday, the look you gave on Friday. I dissect every syllable in this lonely hideaway. I trace the map of where we went so wrong. Was it the silence or the lyric in the song? I didn't hear the warning I ignored. Every single detail is intensely stored, and every loop of memory is a scream of hurt that's aimed at me. I can't escape this self-made misery. I search for where the thread began to break, for every careless, crucial mistake. I built this scar tissue, invisible and deep, and I lead torture that won't let me sleep. If I just find a flaw, the moment it'll crack, maybe I can finally find my way back. I criticize the clothes I wore that day, the things I didn't say, the games I chose to play. I try to see it through your final distant eyes, and every vision leads to the same dark demise. I punish myself with the knowledge of my lack, the perfect words I should have offered back. This quiet room becomes the jury box, the stage where I am sentenced to turn every page. And every loop of memory is a scream of hurt that's aimed at me. I can't escape this self-made misery. I search for where the thread began to break, for every careless, crucial mistake. I built this scar tissue, invisible and deep, and I lead torture that won't let me sleep. If I just find the flaw the moment it'll crack. Maybe I can finally find my way back. I press my palms against my temples, hard and cold, to stop the frantic story that my mind has told. This rumination is a cage with silver bars. It keeps me locked away beneath the cold stars. I know the blame won't fix what is undone, but hurting this way feels like a debt I owe to everyone. And every loop of memory is a scream of hurt that's saying to me I can't escape this self-made misery. I search for where the thread began to break, for every careless, crucial mistake. I built this scar tissue, invisible and deep, a nightly torture that won't let me sleep. If I just find the flaw the moment it'll crack, maybe I can finally find my way back. Scar tissue, invisible. Through the window open to the night, hoping the fresh air would set my chest right. But the outside is heavy, cold and thin. It only lets the crushing pressure in. My body fights the silence like a storm. My hands are ice but my face is fever warm. I feel the frantic drumming underneath my rib, the desperate plea my heart refuses to forbid. And every frantic flutter is a scream of hurt that's trapped inside. There is nowhere left for my soul to hide. This broken heart feels less like metaphor and more like bone, a physical reality I face alone. I can't slow down the pulse, I can't control the shakes. For heaven's sake, my body won't just take the simple instruction to be calm and still. It's just vibrating with a wounded will. I lie rigid straight along the bed. The doctor told me I should clear my head. He doesn't know the sickness is the love, the constant ache for what you took there of. I sip the water but it burns my throat. I try to breathe but fail to catch a note. The grief is not just something I can think away. It lives inside my veins until the day. And every frantic flutter is a scream of hurt that's trapped inside. There is nowhere left for my soul to hide. This broken heart feels less like metaphor and more like bone, a physical reality I face alone. I can't slow down the pulse, I can't control the shakes. For heaven's sake, my body won't just take the simple instruction to be calm and still. It's just vibrating with a wounded will. I press my hand on where the pain resides, trying to soothe the chaos it confides. I'm broken down but even pieces try to move, stuck in a loop that nothing can improve. I'm begging for the rest I cannot find. I'm a restless, feverish and tortured mind. And every frantic flutter is a scream of hurt that's trapped inside. There is nowhere left for my soul to hide. This broken heart feels less like metaphor and more like bone, a physical reality I face. I lie here staring at the empty side where your impression used to slowly subside. I've kept the sheets unwashed since you walked out, clinging to the remnants of your doubt. But the air is cleansing, cruelly pure and clean, washing away the evidence of what has been. And I'm afraid that when the scent is truly gone, a new fear will be waiting for the dawn. And every quiet moment is a scream of hurt about what is to come. I pray that my heart forever stays numb. If I survive this breaking and the pain retreats, will my memory be forced to taste defeats? I see a ghost in the pillowcase, not you but him, the future man who makes my vision dim. The move on is to betray the love we made, but staying here means watching all our colors fade. I imagine him walking in, so kind and steady, placing his luggage where yours was already. Wouldn't know the history of this room, the years we spent dissolving all the gloom. He laughed at things you never understood. He'd dream exactly how a good man should, and that's the terror buried in the loss that your entire history will come across. It's just a simple, necessary step, a secret that the future cannot catch. And every quiet moment is a scream of hurt about what is to come. I pray that my heart forever stays numb. If I survive this breaking and the pain retreats, will my memory be forced to taste defeats? I see a ghost in the pillowcase, not you but him, the future man who makes my vision dim. The move on is to betray the love we made, but staying here means watching all our colors fade. I press my face into the cotton stain and old, trying to keep the final stories told. I want this message to be absolute and true, a monument dedicated just to you. The thought of easing into someone else's hold, it makes my blood run thin and bitterly cold. And every quiet moment is a scream of hurt about what is to come. I pray that my heart forever stays numb. If I survive this breaking and the pain retreats, will my memory be forced to taste defeats? I see a ghost in the pillowcase, not you but him, the future man who makes my vision dim. The move on is to betray the love we made, but staying here means watching all our colors fade. Fade, betray. The fight is over, I have finally lost. I tally up the wreckage and the cost. I stop reaching for the phone, I stop the chase, and find the quiet horror of this place. There are no more illusions to be sold, no stories left that haven't been unrolled. It is just midnight, silent, dark and still, and the empty space is governed by your will. And every heavy tick of the air take a burst, but slow and steady, knowing they are cursed to fall forever for a thing that's gone. A quiet burial before the dawn. And every heavy tick of the air is a scream of hurt that's final and clear. There is nothing left to lose, nothing left to fear. I'm sinking underneath the weight of midnight, with sorrow cast the only kind of true light. This is the moment where I finally can see that no amount of warning plants a new seed. The love is dead, the missing is the grave, and nothing I could offer him could ever save. Your picture used to hang, and feel the last sad echo of the bang, the rupture that occurred and tore us two. And now the silence simply sees me through. There is no miracle, no twist of fate, just the heavy presence of the desolate state. And every heavy tick of the air is a scream of hurt that's final and clear. There is nothing left to lose, nothing left to fear. I'm sinking underneath the weight of midnight, with sorrow cast the only kind of true light. This is the moment where I finally concede that no amount of wanting plants a new seed. Oh, your love is dead, the missing is the grave, and nothing I could offer him could ever save. The midnight, the midnight, I reach to touch the spot where my shoulder used to rest against your spine, performing its silent test of belonging, a fit that felt so sure. Now that simple curve is missing, nothing more. I feel the air where my own half should be, a vacant space reserved exclusively for you, the part that made the whole complete. Now I'm just fragments scattered on the sheet, and every jagged edge I feel is a scream of hurt that tears right through. I am an invisible half without you. I spend the dark hours trying to collect the bits of myself you fracture with your final quits. If only heartbreak were a thing I could arrange to put the broken pieces back to make the change. But I'm physically defined by what you took. A shattered chapter closed inside a missing disconnected from my mouth, like water running quickly toward the south. My walk is heavy, my intention vague and thin, 'cause the motivation ran away with him. I look in my hands, remembering how they lie. The synchronized movement beating past the shock of separation when we were intertwined. Now they are useless, drifting on the wind. And every jagged edge I feel is a scream of hurt that fracture with your final quits. If only heartbreak were a thing I could arrange to put the broken pieces back to make the change. But I'm physically defined by what you took. A shattered chapter closed inside a missing book. Stay apart, bound only by the absence of your heart. And every jagged edge I feel is a scream of hurt that tears right through. I am an invisible half without you. I spend the dark hours trying to collect the bits of myself. You fracture with your final quits. If only heartbreak were a thing I could arrange to put the broken pieces back to make the change. But I'm physically defined by what you took. A shattered chapter closed inside a missing book. Invisible. The brittle strings play a final dissonant and unresolved chord. The house is silent, proof of my despair. But somewhere else you breathe a heavy air of deep, uncomplicated, easy rest. You won the battle, you surpassed the test. I picture you tucked in a foreign sheet, unburdened by the failures and defeats. Your eyelids smooth, your breathing soft and deep, while I am sentenced here to never sleep. And every jealous whisper I hide is a scream of hurt at the simple truth. You shed the memory of our youth. The distance in the dark is more than just the miles. It's the chasm between myself and the one who shattered everything. Is gifted peace while I am left to sing this bitter, less solitary strain, drowning in the unforgiving rain. I trace the dust, most dancing in the faint light, and wonder if you even missed the night we spent believing we were locked in fate before you decided to erase the date. I wish that my pain could somehow reach your head, a blinding flash that wakes you in your bed. I want you to feel the consequence of this, the bitter, cold, unnecessary abyss. And every jealous whisper I hide is a scream of hurt at the simple truth. You shed the memory of our youth. The distance in the dark is more than just the miles. It's the chasm between myself and the one who shattered everything. Is gifted peace while I am left to sing this bitter, endless, solitary strain, drowning in the unforgiving rain. I press my face into the pillow, trying to conceal the utter wrongness of the way I feel. I shouldn't want you hurting, but I do, because the pain is the that's true. I pray for morning just to stop this thought, the dark comparison that the evening brought. And every jealous whisper I hide is a scream of hurt at the simple truth. You shared the memory of our youth. The distance in the dark is more than just the miles. It's the chasm between myself and the one who shattered everything. Is gifted peace while I am left to sing this bitter, endless, solitary strain, drowning in the unforgiving rain. The distance, the dark. The house suggests the wood begins to sigh, a sound that used to pass completely by. But now I hear the slightest shift and creak, a hostile murmur that the walls all speak. The refrigerator's soft electric drum is loud enough to shatter me alone. I hate the absence of your breathing near. The silence has too many sounds to fear, and every amplified sound is a scream of hurt that fills the void you made. I am defenseless in this dark parade. The wind outside rattles the window pane. It sounds exactly like you whispering my name. I listen to the traffic coming on and it's humming. Pray for genuine noise, for something to become so loud it drowns the knowledge that you're gone. But all I get is this torment until dawn. I lie here breathless, fearing every shadow thrown, convinced that I am truly not alone. But it's just a memory, a malicious dark deceit, stirred up by the beating of my own frantic feet. The drumming pulse that echoes in my ear, the only constant noise that I can clearly hear. I want the world to stop and hold its breath, to honor this profound unending death. And every amplified sound is a scream of hurt that fills the void you made. I am defenseless in this dark parade. The wind outside rattles the window pane. It sounds exactly like you whispering my name. I listen to the traffic, a monotonous hum, and pray for genuine noise, for something to become so loud it drowns the knowledge that you're gone. But all I get is this torment until dawn. I need a buffer from this auditory hell, a noise so pure, a sound that can compel the night to lose its sharp, transparent edge. I press the pillow hard against the ledge of my weary, burning ear, trying to feel death, trying to steal a single perfect breath. And every amplified sound is a scream of hurt that fills the void you made. I am defenseless in this dark parade. The wind outside rattles the window pane. It sounds exactly like you whispering my name. I listen to the traffic, a monotonous hum, and pray for genuine noise, for something to become so loud it drowns the knowledge that you're gone. But all I get is this torment till dawn. Too many years, too many sounds, sounds. I know the geometry of this empty room. I measured every corner of the gloom. I know the hour when the shadows start to shift, and the specific sorrow that the darkness brings as gift. I don't fight the sadness anymore, I greet it. A weary guest whose presence I must meet. I just lie still and let the long hours pass, hoping that my pain is made of brittle glass. And every sunrise I survive is a scream of hurt I drag along. I'm just a woman trying to be strong. This ritual of breathing through the dead of night is all that's left of me, the final desperate ride. I face 1,000 numbing mornings in my head, the promise of the life we never lived. I will endure the sorrow, not because I choose, but because the bitter process is the only way not to lose. Trace the lines of light beneath the door and wait for the faint silver on the floor. The first gray wash that breaks the black regime, a brief surrender to a fading dream. I'm gathering the pieces of my fractured will, preparing for the role I have to fill. The woman who can function in the day, the one who keeps the breaking tucked away. Ritual of breathing through the dead of night is all that's left of me, the final desperate ride. I face 1,000 numbing mornings in my head, the promise of the life we never lived. I will endure the sorrow, not because I choose, but because the bitter process is the only way not to lose. I need to keep the heart beating against the clock, endure the lonely final silent shock. The cost is high, the suffering profound, but I must live until I am unbound. I make a silent promise to the fallen dark, to find the strength to leave one final mark. And every sunrise I survive is a scream of hurt I drag along. I'm just a woman trying to be strong. This ritual of breathing through the dead of night is all that's left of me, the final desperate ride. I face 1,000 numbing mornings in my head, the promise of the life we never lived. I will endure the sorrow, not because I choose, but because the bitter process is the only way not to lose. And you'll survive. The street outside is peaceful, a postcard painted black, but inside my own ribcage there's been a massive crack. I grip the bedside railing, knuckles turning stark and white, trying to keep the wreckage from spilling out into the night. I told you I was fine, that I had drawn a solid line, but every fiber of my being says that statement was a lie. My jaw is locked so tightly I might shatter all my teeth, hoping the physical constraint can hold the grief beneath. And the scream is not external, it's a soundless violent split, a rupture in the atmosphere where all my reason quit. It's the noise of two worlds colliding right behind my weary eyes, a catastrophic trend that no one else can recognize. I swallow down the fragments of a soul that's torn and frayed, because I refuse to let the world see the mess that you have made. So the agony is muffled, but the pressure built so high, 1,000 decibels of sorrow as my sanity walks by. I scroll through old photographs where we look so young and clean, and I hate the happy memory. I despise the peaceful scene. It makes the present devastation sharper than a knife, a pointless cruel comparison to the sweetness of that life. I wanna rip the pictures up, turn all the colors gray, erase the joyful evidence of our long gone yesterday. But destruction takes too much energy, and I am running low, so I just stare at the two faces where the hurt began to grow. And the scream is not external, it's a soundless violent split, a rupture in the atmosphere where all my reason quit. It's the noise of two worlds colliding right behind my weary eyes, a catastrophic trend that no one else can recognize. I swallow down the fragments of a soul that's torn and frayed, because I refuse to let the world see the mess that you have made. So the agony is muffled, but the pressure builds so high, 1,000 decibels of sorrow as my sanity walks by. If I could trade this composure for a moment of relief, I would let the tidal wave of this excruciating grief wipe out every single happy thing we ever tried to save, just to stop feeling this terrible self-imposed brave. The silence is a betrayal, the quiet is a sin, because this trauma needs a voice, but I can't let it begin. And the scream is not external, it's a soundless violent split, a rupture in the atmosphere where all my reason quit. It's the noise of two worlds colliding right behind my weary eyes, a catastrophic trend that no one else can recognize. I swallow down the fragments of a soul that's torn and free, because I refuse to let the world see the mess that you have made. So the agony is muffled, but the pressure builds so high, 1,000 decibels of sorrow as my sanity walks by. I scroll it all, just the silent rupture and the long dark falling. The house is fast asleep now, the streetlights dim to dust. I walk across the carpet, powered by a strange mistrust. Every tick of the old grandfather clock feels like a cruel design, marking time I wasted and the love I failed to keep as mine. I pour a glass of water, but it burns going down. This pit inside my stomach is the loneliest spot in town. I check the bedroom window, expecting you to be outside, still hoping that the future is just where you used to hide. And it's 3 a.m. on the clock face, the hour of the soul's mistake, when all the strong walls I built up begin to crack and break. The truth is heavy in the silence, a crushing kind of sound that I gave up the best thing I had ever found. This grief is wearing thin now, like fabric over bone, and I am terrified of learning how to be truly, utterly alone. I remember how you laughed when I mixed up your coffee order, that little sound of joyous cross on invisible border. I wish I could retrieve it like a message from the past, a moment I dismissed and that was far too good to last. I sit down at the kitchen table where we made our biggest plans, and I rub the wood surface with my shaking empty hands. This whole apartment's haunted, not by a ghost with chains, but by the absence of the warmth that used to settle in my veins. And it's 3 a.m. on the clock face, the hour of the soul's mistake, when all the strong walls I built up begin to crack and break. The truth is heavy in the silence, a crushing kind of sound that I gave up the best thing I had ever found. This grief is wearing thin now, like fabric over bone, and I am terrified of learning how to be truly, utterly alone. I tell myself I'm moving on, that this is a final scene, but I'm pacing in the darkness, caught in the space between the person I was when I had you and the one I have to be. And the distance feels like Z times T infinity. I would trade 1,000 tomorrows for an accidental touch, just to prove I didn't hate you, I only love too much. And it's 3 a.m. on the clock face, the hour of the soul's mistake, when all the strong walls I built up begin to crack and break. The truth is heavy in the silence, a crushing kind of sound that I gave up the best thing I had ever found. Which grief is wearing thin now, like fabric over bone, and I am terrified of learning how to be truly, utterly alone, utterly alone. Watching the minutes crawl till the light lets me pretend I'm whole again. The coffee cup is cold now, just like the space beside me. The morning sun is too bright, a cruel light where you used to be. I still set out 2 plates, a habit that just won't die. Then the silence rushes in, and I remember why I breathe in deep the air that you once breathed, trying to find your scent, but all I get is emptiness and the time we wrongly spent. 'Cause you're not here and the world is painted gray. You took the color with you the day you walked away. I try to piece the memory back of your face and your soft hand, but the picture keeps dissolving like footprints ghost of all the sweet, sweet things you said. The rain outside is tapping, a rhythm I can't ignore. It sounds like teardrops falling on the dusty wooden floor. I open up the photo album, the ones we took last fall. Every single smile we shared, I'm watching them crumble and fall. I gave you every single piece, the fragments of my soul. Now I'm just a half-filled vessel, desperate to be made whole. 'Cause you're not here and the world is painted gray. You took the color with you the day you walked away. I try to piece the memory back of your face and your soft hand, but the picture keeps dissolving like footprints in the sand. The loneliness is heavy, a blanket made of dread, just a ghost of all the sweet, sweet things you said. They say that time can heal this, they promise it will ease the pain, but every tick of the clock is just a drop of chilling rain. I trade every tomorrow for 1 second in the past, to hold you like the very first time, knowing it couldn't last. I clutch this empty future with nothing left to hold, and the story of our lifetime is a tragedy untold. 'Cause you're not here and the world is painted gray. You took the color with you the day you walked away. I try to piece the memory back of your face and your soft hand, but the picture keeps dissolving like footprints in the sand. The loneliness is heavy, a blanket made of dread, just the ghost of all the sweet, sweet things you said. All the sweet things you said, now just a hollow whisper in